Hey everybody, Tim Brahim, Performance Experts Coaching and Leadership 360 with another business and life tip for you. And today's tip is in regards to your business. I would imagine that most of you have a very substantial pre-approved borrower database that you're working on right now. I mean, I know that inventory in most parts of the country is quite low, and you've accumulated quite a few prospective clients. It's still at this point they're prospective because they haven't yet found a property. And in a recent group coaching call that I had done with some of my Leadership 360 clients, there was about 8 of us on the call, and some of these folks are very, very high-end producers. In fact, I have a client that has nearing 300 pre-approved buyers that are looking for property in the Seattle, Washington area. 300. Now, this individual's average check size is about $6,000. So we did the quick math without having to take out a calculator. There's $1.8 million of pre-approved buyers that he has. And then what I did was I took a quick survey of everybody else on the call, and I realized that the sum total of all of the 8 people on the call was over 550 pre-approved buyers and closing in on $3 million of commissions that were sitting there waiting for somebody to, or for these people to find property. Now, that begged for the question, which is, what are we doing to nurture these relationships? What are we doing to add value to these people and educate them and to create, let's say, an obligation in a healthy way for them to ultimately end up working with you? I mean, it's a zero-sum game at the end of the day. They're either going to work with you when they find a home, whether it be next month or 2 years from now, or they're not. And what's going to have them not work with you in most cases is if you're out of sight, out of mind, and more importantly, if you haven't earned their business by adding substantial value to them on a go-forward basis. And what's going to cause them to feel an obligation to work with you is if you've done just that. Added value, continue to educate them, and continue to stay in touch with them. So the question is, what is your campaign for that? One of my clients, John Coates, actually made a great point. He said, Tim, how much money do we spend marketing for new business, marketing to the consumer direct or referral partners, let's go a step further, giving gifts at the time of loan approval or at closing to our clients, versus how much money we spend and how much focus and attention we put on the subject matter of incubating our warm leads until which time they're hot. So this brought forward something for me that's near and dear to my heart. One of the things that I am a huge fan of in my business and all the businesses that I've ever run, and just in my personal life in general, is I love to create experiences for people. I mean, the way that I think is like, what is it that I can do to create an emotional connection with anybody that I'm working with, to make them feel special, to make them feel valued, to make them feel like they are on my radar screen and somebody that I care about. So we started exploring this as a group and started masterminding on the subject. What are the things that we could be doing with these incubated pre-approved leads that are looking for property still to really create a transformational moment in the relationship, right? Where it's like no longer just this lady or this man that is my loan officer that got my loan approved, but this person that I feel a connection to that really has shown that they care about me. So here's an example and an idea, and we're going to, as a group, as a master's program group and our Leadership 360 group, we're going to continue to mastermind on these concepts and come up with creative ways. And I'm confident that as a group, we will do just that. But one of the ideas that came forward in this masterminding call was there's a book that maybe you're familiar with out there called the Bernstein Bear book on moving for children. So think about this for a moment. When a child under the age of, say, 7, 8 years old is about ready to move their home, their mom and dad are telling them, hey, we're going to move to another neighborhood. That's an experience that can create a lot of anxiety for kids, especially the older they get. When they get to that 8, 9-year-old range, they're going to have to leave the neighborhood that they're in, make new friends. There's a lot of unknown and uncertainty. And I've always said that the key to a parent's heart, as being a parent myself, is through their children. So one of the ideas as an example that we came up with is anytime you have a pre-approved buyer who you're waiting to have them find property and has a child under the age of 10, why not buy them this Bernstein Bear book on moving? That's a light-hearted book that makes the moving process seem fun and exciting for a child, and send it to the child and say, and of course the mom or dad's going to open it in the mail and it's going to say, I know that you're in the process of getting ready to move at some point in time in the near future. Your mom and dad are looking for a home. Maybe you could ask your mom and dad to read this book to you. Okay, that's an anchoring moment when we do things like that. What are some other things that you can do? A personal handwritten note card to the client, sharing with them that that maybe they're a little bit frustrated with the process, that inventory's tight. You wanted to let them know that you're thinking about them, and hang in there. Know that I'm here for you, and if there's anything that you are inquisitive about or curious about that I can help you with, please let me know and I'm happy to help. Things like that. So it's not just about like touching base with them with a boilerplate email once every 30 days to make sure that they know that you're still alive. I'm talking about touching them on a deeper level to really anchor in that relationship. It's an insurance policy, folks, and it's working smart and putting your priorities in the right place. I hope that you find this business and life tip helpful for you. We'll have another one for you next week. Have a good one.